Ooh, welcome everyone to a very special edition of Suplexes, Scores, and Save Points. I am Ryan, and as always, I'm being joined by my co-host, my brother. It's Nathan.
Playoffs?
I'm pretty sure you did that same joke last time we did this.
It was a year ago. Nobody remembers.
Jeff could not be with us. He had sent in his picks though. This is our second ever NFL prediction show. We're going to be going through divisions and playoffs and all that fun stuff. Last year we both kind of sucked. So maybe this year I'll do a little better. But we'll see. It's going to be an interesting year, I feel like. We've got news that affected my picks as Cam Newton was released from the Patriots today. So that might change the way I look at that division. This should be a fun time. Like I said, I've got Jeff's picks here on my phone. He sent them in. He's got family stuff going on. Obviously, family comes first. I'm not going to make him miss his family stuff to do this podcast. So let's jump right on into this, Nathan. Where do you want to start? You want to start in the AFC or the NFC?
I think we should start with the AFC since they had the national champion last year.
The NFC did.
I thought.
The Buccaneers.
Oh yeah, it was Tom Fucker. Yeah, that's right. Okay, let's go.
Tom Fucker. All right. You want to start with the NFC then?
Yeah.
All right. Let's start out east. The NFC East last year was, I would say, the worst division in football last year.
And it's shaping up to be the same.
Yeah, I don't know if this year is going to be any different. We've got Dallas, Washington, Philadelphia, and New York. Dallas should be at full strength with Dak back. So we'll see what happens there. Obviously, the Eagles are after getting rid of Wentz, they're in full blown who knows mode at that point. The Giants have Daniel Jones, which I feel like they might be a little better this year. But and then Washington's Washington.
So who's your pick and why?
So I'm gonna go. Now, last year I went with the Dallas Cowboys, and that was a huge mistake. Don't know why I ever put my faith in that team. I'm gonna say this year, I'm gonna go with the Eagles. I think Philadelphia is going to turn it around this year. I think with their who is their quarterback? What's their name? What's his name? Rookie or whatever they drafted. They're probably going to start.
Yeah, I don't remember what his name is.
Why is NFL? The NFL website is the worst website I've ever seen. Why is
you might as well just go to ESPN.
Why is the ESPN website so much better? It doesn't make any sense. Like, you would think they would have depth charts on the NFC on the NFL website, but no, they do not. Jalen Hurts, and Gardner Minshew, and Joe Flacco are the quarterbacks for Philadelphia. I feel like Jalen Hurts could lead this team to a pretty good season. So I'm going to have Philadelphia coming out of the NFC East.
All right. Who does Jeff have?
Jeff has the Cowboys. So he's put his faith in Dak. I don't know about that. He's still questionable.
Dak got paid a lot, so he better show up.
You got Ezekiel there. I don't know. This division is going to be terrible regardless. So
my pick is the Washington Football, whatever their name is.
They're still the team.
And
you're going with Fitzmagic, huh?
Yep. They got Fitzmagic. They also got the best offensive and defensive line in that division. So, yeah. I'm going with the Washington Football team.
All right. So that I am going to go out on a limb there, Nathan, and say the NFC East gets one team in the playoffs.
Yeah. I think I'm right there with you.
Let's go down south. Last year, the NFC South was host to the NFC or the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A lot of movement in the South this year as Drew Brees retired from the Saints. They have named Jameis Winston the starter. You got Atlanta, which is in turmoil, getting rid of like most of their team. Carolina is not going to. Who knows what they're going to do? They made the trade for Sam Darnold. A lot of moves happen here in the NFC South. So I'll let you start this one off.
A lot of moves, but one thing stayed the same, and that is old Fart Tom Brady's still there. So I'm going to go with them to win this division, Ryan.
Yeah, I think I'm going to agree with you there. I don't see it. The other teams have too much turnover for me to think they're going to be consistent this year to be getting good. I think Tampa Bay is going to run away with this division again. They will not. I don't think they're going to have the best record in the NFC, but I do think Tampa Bay is going to win this division. And Jeff would also agree with us on that one. He has got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well. I just don't see anyone else in that division having a threat, honestly.
Yeah, I don't either.
All right. Let's go up north. The NFC North, we got Chicago, Detroit, Green Bay, and Minnesota. Obviously, Detroit made the big trade to bring in Jared Goff. Green Bay will have Aaron Rodgers, but who knows what's going to happen there. Minnesota, obviously, still running with Kirk Cousins. And then Chicago, I feel like should have went with a different direction. They're apparently going to start Andy Dalton. I think they should start Justin Fields. But yeah. Jeff has the Chicago Bears winning this division. That's his favorite team. No shock from me there. I'm going to say that even though there's turmoil in the team, even though we don't know if he's going to play up to his ability, I think Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers is hard to bet against. And I'm going to say Green Bay wins this division.
All right. I am going to agree with Jeff.
Woo. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think the Bears are going to take it. I think Green Bay is going to have too much inner turmoil. I just don't see that happening. Minnesota is still right where they were. Detroit with the Jared Goff. I just can't see Detroit for anything other than Detroit. I can't do it until they prove me wrong.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think Goff and Stafford. I think Stafford's a better quarterback. He was older, but I think Stafford is a better quarterback. So, all right, and we go into the NFC West. This could be a very competitive division, as we said. They trade with Detroit, sent Matthew Stafford to Los Angeles. He will be the new starter out there in sunny Southern California. Arizona looking okay. You know, it's another year under Kyler Murray, so feel like they might be okay. San Francisco, who knows what they're going to do? They still got Jimmy Garoppolo, but they drafted Trey Lance, who's looked pretty good in the preseason. Then you got old reliable Seattle with Russell Wilson. This is another one that could be very competitive. Not really sure which way it's going to go. I'm going to go on a little bit of a limb here, Nathan. I'm going to say the San Francisco 49ers win the division.
Wow.
A lot of people have them going last, and I know, but I think that I don't know. I think they're going to turn it around this year. I think they are. You got Kittle, Mohamed Sanu. I think they're. I think they'll. I'm going with San Francisco. Going to win that division.
All right. I'm going Seattle.
Very good pick. They're usually pretty top of the line. This division is either going to be a really good division or a really bad division because I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Jeff has the Rams winning this division. So interesting. It could be any. I think either of the four teams honestly could take this division. I may have took the worst team of the division, but you never know in football. I've had crazier things happen. All right.
All right. So, what are your wild card picks for the NFC?
So for the NFC, obviously, I think Chicago will finish second in the North and will take a wild card. And I think someone out of the West, and I'm going to go Los Angeles.
Okay.
I'm going to go, it's going to be Chicago and LA taking the 2 wild card spots. Wait, there's 3. There's 3 wild card spots now, right? That's right. They added one.
Oh, shit. Is that still continuing? Oh, God.
I think it is, isn't it? That's what Jeff has. I'm not sure but he has Seahawks, Cardinals, and then Vikings at 7. So if they are doing 7 again, that's what he's got. If they're doing 7, I will say the last wild card team will be Green. I don't know, man. No one out of the South. I think the South's gonna be pretty terrible. I think the East is gonna be pretty terrible. I'd say Minnesota. So Chicago, right. Minnesota, and Los Angeles are my 3 wild cards.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Cowboys. I think Dak Prescott's gonna play good enough to get them a wild card spot.
Probably.
And then I'm also gonna go with LA. And then I'm gonna go with the Packers. I think they can get a wild card spot.
Yeah, I feel like the Packers are probably gonna make the playoffs regardless of, despite Aaron Rodgers not wanting to.
Yeah.
All right, let's transition over to the AFC. I think a lot of people have a pretty good idea of who's probably going to come out of the AFC West, the AFC this year, but you never know. Anything could happen. We started in the East with the NFC, so let's start with the West in the AFC. Obviously, clearly, the favorite is the Kansas City Chiefs. I mean, that's not a secret to anybody, I don't think. With Patrick Mahomes, they're not going to be the favorite. Denver, they picked up Teddy Bridgewater. The Chargers are going to be probably, who knows? And then Vegas. You never know what Vegas is going to do. It is. I have a feeling clearly that the Chiefs are going to win this division.
Right.
I don't think that's in doubt. It's just a matter of who's going to finish second and who could potentially get a wild card.
Does Jeff agree with you?
Yeah. Jeff's got the Chiefs as well. I don't see a team in the division better than them. As much as I'm a Raiders fan, and I will rep my Raiders, I don't see them beating Kansas City in this division.
Yeah, I'm also going Chiefs.
Yeah. All right. The AFC South could be a very interesting division this year. Houston, Indianapolis, Jacksonville, Tennessee. Jacksonville, obviously, going with the rookie Trevor Lawrence. Houston, who's all sorts of problems over there. Indianapolis with some injuries going on. So the only actual quarterback on the roster right now is Jacob Eason. It's going to be a crazy – who knows what's going to happen this year with the AFC South. So every team's got something going on. Other than Tennessee. Yeah. Tennessee's kind of just slid under the radar this offseason. Hadn't really done much.
Right. Okay, here we go. So we're starting. What's the division we're using?
The South.
South. I'm going Titans to win it. Yeah, like you said, Jacksonville experimenting. Houston's in turmoil. Colts are injured. Yep, Tennessee.
You know what?
Henry will just run over everybody.
Yeah.
Win the game.
Well, Tennessee, did bring in Julio Jones as well to team up with Tannehill and Henry. So, big transaction there. I hate to agree with you on 2 straight, but I don't see any other team winning this division.
Yeah.
And Jeff agrees as well. So, yeah.
All right.
Not much drama right now in the AFC, let me tell you. AFC East. We've got Bills, Dolphins, Patriots, and Jets. Patriots, as we said earlier, releasing Cam Newton today, so they've officially named Mac Jones as the starter. New York made the big trade last year to bring in, or they traded away their starting quarterback. So who knows what they do. Miami, I guess, is going to go with Tua, but they don't seem too confident. If you listen to our podcast, we talked about how there was supposed to be interest for them to pick up Deshaun Watson. So apparently they're not too confident. And Buffalo going with Josh Allen and have Mitchell Trubisky as the backup. So,
Josh Allen got a big payday, man. He's ready to. I think he's ready to make his mark.
And I hate
my pick. Yeah, so my pick for the East is definitely the Bills.
Again, I hate to agree with you, but it seems like the no-brainer. It seems like the Buffalo Bills are going to win this division again for the second time in a row. You got Miami, who just
unless Mac Jones is the prodigy that everybody says.
As a rookie, I don't know. I don't know. I think they'll do good this year. They might give Buffalo a run for the money, but I think Buffalo's going to take it. And again, Jeff once again agrees with us. We are 3 for 3 right now in agreeing. So not a lot of drama happening right now out of the AFC. As we continue on to the last division, the AFC North. Now, this division could be interesting.
This is definitely going to be the best division in the AFC.
Yeah, the closest division at least. Baltimore, clearly Lamar Jackson. You got, if he can stay healthy, you got Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. You've got Baker Mayfield in Cleveland, and then obviously Ben Roethlisberger back in Pittsburgh. This could be a very close division between all 4 teams, honestly. I think Cincinnati is clearly probably going to be the lowest team, but that doesn't mean they're not going to be competitive. If Joe Burrow can stay healthy, I think they could be pretty good.
All right, what's Jeff got? Let him go first.
Jeff has got the Browns taking this division.
Interesting. Well, as much as I like the Browns, I like Mayfield, but no, I'm going with the Ravens.
Yeah. Clearly, I mean, Lamar Jackson is Lamar Jackson. It's hard to bet against him. But I feel like I've said this last year, but I think teams eventually have to figure him out.
Yeah.
And teams have finally kind of figured out. They finally kind of figured out Patrick Mahomes. So I think eventually they're going to figure him out. I'm not going to go with Baltimore. I think Baltimore is going to get a wild card. They will not make it. They don't think they're going to win. I think in a surprising, this might surprise some people. I think Pittsburgh's going to take this division. Pittsburgh's got a pretty good defense. And I think you got the experience of Big Ben, who can still play pretty well. He's on the older side, but I still think he can sling the ball down the field if he can stay healthy. But then, if he can't stay healthy, they got Mason Rudolph. He did pretty good. And Dwayne Haskins. I'm gonna go on a limb and say Pittsburgh takes the division.
All
right. So wild card. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Baltimore gets the first overall wild card spot. I'm gonna say, I'm gonna say the Colts get the second wild card spot. And I'm going to say the Raiders get the third.
All right. What's Jeff got?
Jeff has got Colts, Steelers, Patriots.
Interesting.
So he does not have the Ravens making the playoffs.
Right. So we're all going to differ on the AFC wild card here because I don't know if this is even possible.
You think all AFC North teams are going to make it in?
But I'm going Ravens, I'm going Browns. And you know what? I'm not going Steelers. I'm going Raiders.
Didn't you have the Ravens winning the division?
What?
Didn't you have the Ravens winning the division?
No, I had the Chiefs.
The North. You had the Ravens winning the North.
I said Raiders.
Oh, you had Baltimore winning the AFC North.
The Raiders.
Oh. You said Ravens, Browns, Raiders.
No, I said. Oh, I meant Bengals.
Okay. Bengals?
Yep.
So Bengals, Browns, Raiders is your pick.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I was super confused.
Sorry, that was my bad.
All right. So then we get to the big one, the Super Bowl. Now, last year I completely screwed this up. I didn't get either team that last year. I got to change that this year. But I don't know. I say out of the NFC, it's hard to pick against Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
It really is. They're so loaded. They are so loaded. But I just don't think they can go back to back.
Right.
It's hard to do. It's very hard to go back to back in football. So I am gonna say that out of the NFC in the comeback tour, the Green Bay Packers are making the Super Bowl.
What the F?
And
all right.
Aaron Rodgers is taking them all the way, baby.
All right, we got the AFC.
And the AFC, I am going to go with the Buffalo Bills. And I have you know what? It's time. I have the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl.
All right. I like it.
What do you got? Jeff Scott. Coming out of the NFC, Jeff has the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And coming out of the AFC, he has the Buffalo Bills. Ooh.
Wow.
And he's got the Bills also winning. He's got the Bills beating the Buccaneers in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
He also said the Chiefs would have the best record overall after the regular season. So,
all right. Who do you think's got the best record overall?
Man, I'm trying to remember who I even picked to win the divisions now. It's Tennessee. I think just because they're gonna beat up on the AFC South, they're gonna get like probably 6 free wins there. So
I can see that.
I think Tennessee.
Okay.
I almost picked them to go to the Super Bowl, honestly. I think Tennessee's gonna be really good this year.
I agree. All right. I got on the NFC side, I'm going with Upset City because I'm going with one of my wild cards to make it to the Super Bowl.
I almost did.
And one of my wild cards that will make it to the Super Bowl will be LA. The LA Rams with
Dude,
Matthew Stafford.
You have no idea. I was right there. I almost picked them. I was that close to picking LA to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Same thinking.
And then on the AFC side, I am not following suit with you guys with the Bills as much as I like them. I'm going with the Ravens.
Yeah. I think here's what I think out of the NFC, the championship game will be Rams versus Packers. I think the Rams are a very good team, and I just don't know why I didn't pick them to win. Did I pick them to win the division? I picked San Francisco. But I think the Rams are a very good team. And out of the AFC, I think it's going to be Tennessee and Buffalo.
All right. My Super Bowl champion is going to be the Ravens.
Very well, could happen. We're in for a great season regardless. This 17.
My overall best record will be from the Bills. The Bills are going to have the overall best.
Ooh, we all went AFC for best record. Interesting. AFC
because the AFC sucks balls, and they're all going to
the weaker conference. 17 game schedule this time around. So we're in for a interesting year. The first game kicks off Thursday night. I don't remember who it is. Dallas and
right. Well, now it's Jack Prescott, right?
I don't know. He's still questionable, so we'll see if he is able to play.
Right. I think the Bills' record will be 15-2.
Woo, boy. Okay, I'm gonna say, who did I pick? Tennessee had the best record. Is that what I said?
Yep.
I think they go 14-3. I think they're not gonna. I think they're gonna roll. I think they go undefeated in their conference division. By the way,
right.
I don't see them losing a damn conference game, a division game.
All right. Do you see any? I know Jeff we can't go too in depth because Jeff's not here, so we can't get his insight on some of this. But do you see anybody's job getting taken, Ryan? Because I think Justin Fields is going to take that job before the end of the year.
Yeah, I think Justin Fields will take that job. I think Trey Lance is going to end up taking the San Francisco job, which is why I think they're going to win. I think they're a better team with Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance.
I got one for you. I think out down there in Carolina, I think P.J. Walker from the XFL is going to take the starting job.
Ooh, that could happen. Could happen. Other than that, I mean, there's teams like Denver. I mean, they got Teddy Bridgewater and Drew Lock. I mean, it's a toss-up there.
Yeah.
But the big names, I think Trey Lance, he looked really good in preseason. I think he won't play right away, but I think Garoppolo either could get injured or start struggling, and I think Trey Lance can come in and make a big splash towards the end of the year. So I think he looks pretty good. And that's gonna, and then who knows, man? This is gonna be a crazy year. You got the first, like I said, first 17 game season.
Yeah, big news there with Cam Newton getting released. Somebody's gonna pick him up. I know he broke the COVID protocol or whatever, got suspended or whatever, but somebody's gonna take a chance on him.
Someone will. They've got to. Who knows? Yeah, he did break COVID protocol, which is probably why he got. Because it's Belichick. Belichick doesn't,
I think he used that as an excuse. I think he drafted Mac Jones, and he wanted to start Mac Jones, but he felt obligated with Cam Newton. But then when Cam Newton did that, he used that as his excuse to let him go, so Mac Jones could be his.
So, if you had to pick, where do you see Cam Newton signing with?
Colts.
I knew that was coming. Very well. I mean, they've got two quarterbacks injured right now, so it is. I mean, it is a, that's a good choice. I don't know about cap space, all that stuff. I don't know any of that.
The thing is, so his deal that he had with the Patriots was very, very low money.
It's like a $3 million deal or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and any team that's going to take a chance on him, if he really wants to play, he's going to take that opportunity. So I say they don't give him much. I could see the Jets, considering they have Zach Wilson right now, who they drafted first round. I know that they drafted in the first round, but is he ready? Who knows? I could see them maybe taking a play at him just to have him play for a year and have Wilson sit on the bench for a year before he's ready. Yeah.
We'll see. The AFC East super young now with their quarterbacks. Now, all either rookies or very young quarterbacks. The youngest quarterback being Josh Allen. who's 25. He's the oldest quarterback in the AFC East that's going to start probably. So, yeah, this is going to be a crazy season, I think.
I agree.
We got a lot of rookies going to be playing too. A lot of rookie quarterbacks, it seems like. So,
yeah, it's going to be.
I'm ready. I'm looking forward. Looking forward to this season. I'm not a huge football fan, but I think I'm ready for this season. I think it's going to be a good year. We'll see what happens. We could all be completely wrong, and injuries happen, and releases happen, and you never know what could happen. So we could all be completely wrong with this. So,
yep.
And we'll revisit this, towards the end of the year once the playoffs start, and see if we got anything right.
Yep. Winner will get a football of some sort.
Yeah, we'll have one made or something, or have something on it. Yep. All right. Thank you for joining us. This is a special episode. It wasn't very long. We just wanted to do this little preview. We might do an NBA preview when it comes around. I don't know much about NBA, but might do a little NBA preview. Yeah. Thank you for joining us on this very special bonus episode of the podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, in the comments, let me know your picks for the NFL season. Who you got? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's your upsets? All that fun stuff. I'd like to interact with you guys. As always, if you're listening, thank you for listening. Join us Friday for another episode of the actual podcast.
Yeah.
That's going to do it. Thank you for joining us. As always, I am Ryan. He is Nathan. Remember to always score if you can, save if you must, but always suplex when necessary.
Later.